Good morning, everyone, and good afternoon, depending on where you are, and thank you to everybody who just chose to drop in, as apparently I chose to drop out. We are on the Java Patreon server for Dadcraft73 again today, and back to working on the water mill that I started yesterday. So hopefully we can get a bit more progress done than just the wheel, but we're getting there. I was playing around a little bit last night after stream with trying to figure out what I could do with this concept because of the way that it works for going like looking like water will fit wrong direction, but the point is still looking like water will pour down and actually make something turn, whereas this wheel doesn't really look like it would do that. Although technically it would. But also makes the central hub a little bit larger and a little bit more square, so I'm kind of curious about whether or not I want to do that. So, anyway, what was I trying to do? Oh yes, hamster wheel. Right. Okay, so one of the things I came up with is just simply peeling off all of the side trap doors. I'm potentially going to see a single wide, so simply the one wide slot. Oops, let's pull this up. I'm simply going with a one wide slot so that the water just pours down the outside and doesn't come down the outside. That looks a little weird, but maybe once we get the building going, I can put a second one down this side here and then have it go up against the building. That's a possibility. The other part of it is I could also make it double wide up against the building, but just put something on the sides of the building, pardon me, to hold the water back. So buttons or something in the next layer on this side. So there's ways around what we see here. But yeah, concept of where I was going to go next is to work with the actual core and have things come out from the side. So I need to change up how I'm doing things, because I think that's not going to look good with just the fencing there. And I'm just going to see what we have for walls that I actually brought the material for. Good morning, Fantastic Sherlock Fox. How are you today?
Hello
I assume
there.
you're probably pretty busy, as you tend to be, so... Walls. Wall. There. That might help if I actually put the right word in. Alright, so we're looking at a quasi-medieval one, and a lot of these materials will not do the trick because it has to look sort of wood-ish, but at the same time be able to make a wall out of it, so that's not going to function after all. Which suggests then that I would be better off to go with a strip log format as a very large shaft going through the middle. Yes, we are back working on the mill today. So, hoping that we'll get ourselves somewhere. Also hoping that I'm not muted. Nope, we're good. Okay. So, yeah. Last thing I did before I came to stream this morning was to actually go and set up, just because I felt I needed to go and set up a, what do you call it? Sorry, it's so new I'm trying to remember the term. Threads account? Although it's one of those ones that it's kind of, like, by being my internet name, it's sort of throwaway. Hello, Bob. How are you today? It's sort of a throwaway concept because if we... if the product goes nowhere, then I don't care, right? Like, I can just throw away the account. And I'm actually kind of concerned that it might not go nowhere. just because it's meta. It's Zuckerberg, you know. And I have extreme concerns about the privacy, but I held off from getting myself a Mastodon account, and now I'm looking at whether or not I might want one of these ones instead. Hello, Springer. How are you today?
Hello there.
Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm going to change up the center and try the rotation going the other direction of all the stairs and such. And logic on that is because I want to try in the center, potentially doing a stripped log format, at least on the ends to make it look like it's got something going on in the middle. So working on attempting to turn things around. So the water's going this way, which means I'm going to need to do my demo for myself again because it's going to really throw me if I don't. So I want the water going this way, which would mean the catch. I'm actually like holding my hand up in the air. It's kind of funny. Okay, so let's think. Nope, that's not it. That's not gonna be the right way. It's gonna be the other direction. So go like that, and then I'm gonna put a log in the middle, which is going to get stripped, so I'm not going to see the bottom or the top, really. That. Actually, I did that wrong, but I still need that piece. This is a demo for me. Start of a long weekend. Ooh, which long weekend are you guys getting out there? I like long weekends. They're a ton of fun. I mean, there's opportunity in a long weekend that you don't see elsewhere. Alright, so in theory if I did that, then I'm going to want this one to go the other way. Oops. Scoop, scoop. My brain doesn't want to work here. In a correct direction. Sorry, like up this way, I think. Nope, that doesn't look right. It's got to be inverted. On a timer? Not exactly. Not exactly. I'm just trying to see if I can get past the wheel portion of the build so that we can actually get ourselves some progress into actually building the building portion of this. 1, 2, 3. Oh. I tried to stop it. Pardon me, let me correct that. I tried to stop at 2 hours yesterday because my voice was starting to give out. For some reason, postnasal drip is not my friend. Okay, that makes more sense on a grander scale. So upside down, central core, right, okay. Yeah, so my voice was trying to give out. I don't know why it wants to do that, but it does. Come on. Oh, vents, right. No. The other reason, Tuesdays and, pardon me, the rest of the week. Tuesdays is often one of those ones that's flexible because of, not Tuesdays, sorry, Thursdays, because it's all related to, at the moment, Fantastic Sherlock Fox's work schedule, since he's actually my better half. Now let's put that down there. And what I mean by that is, quite literally, he's my husband. And so he works from home, and we try as a family to have lunch together. I find that's kind of important to me, to be able to have lunch with him when I can. So I try to work around his meeting schedule, and Thursdays he usually doesn't have a whole ton of meetings over top of when I stream or over top of our regular lunch window, so I can tend to run long. That's often why you'll see him asking the question, do I intend to run long today? And for today, I have absolutely no idea. I haven't got there yet. Okay, so this one... I'm just going to throw dirt on there. Just easier for my brain to work with at the moment. This one... There. So as you can see right there, he says, where is it here? I'm good until 1 p.m., but I have a meeting for the next 1.5 hours until noon local time. So 1 p.m. for me would mean that starting about now, I would be just over an hour and 3/4. Almost 2 hours. Whereas, yeah. So he's good till 1, and then he sounds like he's got a meeting. Which kind of stinks, but that often means though that depending on when he thinks his meeting will end, then sometimes I will try and work with that. I'm going to leave this one empty and steal off my demo piece. Yeah, lunch. He's actually a very major portion of the Opinion crew. I asked one of the youth members of the Opinion crew yesterday what they thought of me working on a couple of the existing projects in Minecraft, and they said, well, you need to know it's boring. Sorry, but it's boring. I said, because the Opinion crew is my kids, I said, love you too. Sarcasm intended. I mean, I do definitely love them, but related to their opinion. So I said, okay, I get that you're not interested. Fine. But if you were watching something, what would you want to watch? And they're like, frankly, Mom, none of the stuff you suggested. I'm like, oh, well, so much for that idea then. But I mean, that's kids for you, you know? They will be honest to a fault, frequently. So yeah, when the kids are at school and don't have any opportunities for putting their opinion in, then I will often just ask Fantastic Shock Fox, and I end up having to apologize, or at least feel like I should, just because how he got started into being my mod is, I shouldn't say a story, but it's, he got dragooned quite badly into being the mod, because it wasn't intentional when it's, well, okay, it was intentional, but it wasn't intentional when I started. The long story made super short was that my very first time I needed a mod, or I chose to have a mod, was because I was going into my first stream weekend, and somehow somebody managed to scare me into the idea that things were going to go wrong, and so I felt like I needed somebody to help me with that, like as a backup. I didn't know how many people I was going to have, I didn't know how things were going to go, and so, though I still don't know those things, I'm not scared of that stuff anymore, but he's been, so far, my best and most reliable mod, to the point where he's actually become mods on other people's streams. So yeah, there, that's the way that cookie crumbles. Okay, this one here, there, and oak fencing. I'm not really talking about much at all. What I was just ranting on about a little bit was just talking about the fact that Fantastic Shock Fox, it's like Princess Bride, you know? He's not on the Crucible, or he's not on the Opinion crew. A lot of the time he is the Opinion crew. Okay, I think I like that a little bit better. This row here is wrong, but otherwise I think it's okay. But I think I like that better than the version I had before. Okay, so the Geek Out has shown up for today. I'm going to drop it a little bit lower because it's colliding with things again. He doesn't like Lego. When I had the Lego instructions on, the Geek Out ends up being in the way. So that's why I've shifted it up. But then, of course, I have enough lines of text going on in the mini-map, you guys can't see what's going on. There we go. That should be better, hopefully. We'll go with that and see how it goes. Alright, So the Geek Out topic right now is literature, so the books, 2 characters from The Crucible. Now, I will admit I've never read that one, but it sounds like Fantastic Sherlock Fox has not. See. Yeah, people don't know much about that, so I'm going to use... There we go. There are plenty. Have at her. I will just take it right off the table and say the Harry Potter series. So, there. Beyond that, you guys can fill that one in. Oh, fiddle daddle. I'm on the wrong side. Do-do-do. Okay, this one. There. Nope. Come on. Thought that should have been easy. Shoulda, coulda, woulda, and all that jazz. So we're talking literature, book titles for sure. I'm sure there's probably a love potion in at least one other book title that I can't seem to think of at the moment. Ooey. So what the problem is here is trying to get enough distance and angle to get... Oops, not that. Enough angle to be able to get another stair in there without it looking weird. Which way do you go? Bedrock, you're not a whole lot of help here today. Fine. Hi, please. Nope. Apparently not. When you can't get it to go the way you want, you do it another direction. Trying to think of magic potions appearing. Alice in Wonderland likely counts. There you go. We got 2. Alright, let's try it again. Just gonna check that one to see if the cut off. Yep, there we go. Apparently that was a longer question. I'm not having the best of luck with these geek outs today, am I? We're gonna need a whole new conversation point. Okay, this one goes in there. And then I need the strip log back in the middle. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. Not a ton, but a bit. Can I leave it alone for a minute or two? Okay, so the impression being, if the water was flowing in the direction where these fins are turning, then the whole thing would continue to turn in that direction. Yeah, definitely the Harry Potter books work very well. And then, of course, there's and Fantastic Sherlock Fox was referencing the Eat Me, Drink Me food products in Alice in Wonderland, which I think is a great reference there. Okay, so big bar through the middle. 1, 2, 3. There's lots of space. I'm going to want, this is the ground, more or less. I need to go get some actual stone things to start laying out a shape for grindstones. Ditch some of the wood product and try and work with some of the stone for a change. I might need that. Spruce slabs, okay. Get that out of the way. Dark. Don't need fences. I can tell you that right now. I can always come back and get them. Alright, we have... Yeah, they're very much into an entertainment genre. The categories, this is actually supposed to be pop culture. So the categories we have include, if it comes up red, it's for movies. If it's blue, it's for music. If it comes up yellow, it's literature of some sort. If it's green, no, sorry. Red is movies, blue is TV, sorry, television. And then yellow is literature, and black, no, green is, yeah, green is music, and black is miscellaneous. That's supposed to be pop culture, so we don't know a whole lot about pop culture. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that would mean if I did a grindstone that was the same size on the inside as the outside one, we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 7. That would be the size of our interior grindstone, which I think is too big. So let's shrink all of this down a little bit. I'm probably gonna see what happens if I take out. Okay, so I've got that in stone. Let me replace that. I want something to change colors on me. I was looking for the perimeter, so if I find one I like, so let's go with dark, because dark oak planks won't change color on me. I do actually, if people like it enough, I can easily invest in the general knowledge category. Oh, and I see, I can't even get things centered. The general knowledge category set of the Geek Out books, or blocks, we're starting to get repeats, so I think part of it is just that we rocket through these things really fast. So, definitely it's probably going to be worth me actually grabbing another one. That was interesting. Thank you very, very much for that. I appreciate it. Okay, start here. I'm going to do the big one again, and then see how I can shrink that down. Well, I mean, the other thing we can do is this one. So top right corner, we have a new question of the day, should that be more to your preference. And the question of the day tends to refer to whatever it wants to. Those questions of the day are completely and utterly random. And the current question of the day is, what is your biggest mistake in the kitchen? I joke around here that Fantastic Sherlock Fox cooks while I make food. And the big difference between those two is that he actually does a decent job cooking, and I just make edible things, which are not necessarily the same thing as actually cooking. Okay, let's sleep, because that test circle can get me some trouble. Yeah. So what I'm going to do, actually, sorry, as I don't have a Geek Out hide button. Let's try. There we go. So that one may have made it over there as a Geek Out, but the question of the day, biggest mistake in the kitchen, would my answer to that would probably be most recent mistake I made probably was burning a roux. So yeah, not ideal. Oh, stairs. Stairs, stairs, stairs. If I can get things to work, I have a stair idea. It's a big if. First off, I have to be able to find out whether or not I can make stairs. I think I can. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go. Let's explore 16. See if that will help. I'm going to intend to get rid of the wood ones because we're looking for a grindstone, so that's not ideal to have a... Yeah. Okay. I had wanted it to turn on its corner, and it doesn't seem to want to. What about... I'm going to be removing the large size, maybe I should make that out of wood. But anyways, the point is still... stairs aren't working. Let's try... Well, that's no fair. Oops. Okay, let's see what I can do. I don't want the like a cobble wall, because if you're looking for a grindstone, it's definitely not a great idea to have a cobble surface. It just, the logic, it would be gross and disgusting to try and eat anything that had been ground up by a cobble surface. I'm going to see if I have any andesite. I may not. I'm hoping the Peanuts characters managed to make it internationally. We're talking Snoopy and Charlie Brown and so forth. Let's see, andesite. Andesite, andersite. Take your pick. Where are you? Oh, okay. Apparently I don't have whatever was in that chest. Now I've got diorite, andesite. Okay, that's it. That's not good. Okay, there we go. I can handle an andesite block for this purpose. Let's try a couple of smooth stone ones. Need the buttons. Do 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 do. Okay, let's put the buttons away. Buttons, buttons, where can I file the buttons? There we go. I don't have the cutter out here. I've got it in the other spot. What's this? That's the other project. Okay. I was thinking because signs are rewritable and you don't have to necessarily cut them down every time, then I should probably start labeling things more. I keep saying, oh, I'll do it when I get a big storage room, and I just haven't built any storage room. Oh. Fantastic Sherlock Fox, what you missed from Bob Breen was that just before I switched the Geek Out Literature, it was talking about people that have appeared on Saturday Night Live as both a music guest and a host. And understandably, the UK does not have as much of the Saturday Night Live weirdness as we do. Nope. Okay. That's fine. That's cool. Go right ahead. Enjoy Springer, and if I don't see you again, I'll be back on Tuesday, so have yourself a fantastic weekend. I wish all the best to you and your friends. Okay, Fantastic Sherlock Fox says his biggest recent mistake was making spaghetti with meat sauce. Instead of Italian seasoning, he added steakhouse seasoning. Wow, that's an interesting level of distraction I haven't seen from you before. Yeah, that's an interesting one. We've had oopses in the past. That's not necessarily a bad thing. Because this design, by being just alternating styling, then I can actually, pardon me, I can actually either work with it as is, double the number of posts, so just go with an outside with posts on it, which is another good possibility, or I can offset them so that it works a little bit more with the motion angle. So let's try making half of these. 8, and another 16. Yeah, that should do. Try that. So we are wrong by what I want to give myself for a wall. 1, I guess, and then I can build the wall here. Let's try this. Move everything over by 1. Two. Block. Fence. Block. Block. Fence. Block. Fence. Okay, there we go. It's the world's fanciest grindstone you will ever see. I'll just take this one off. Don't like this corner. Bit of more diamond shape when I do that. Yeah, and these ones. We virtually just took off the outside layer. That's a bit smaller. Now I have the double. Lovely. Okay. So I got to where I thought I was going to get to right from the start, which means now we're wrong again by 1. Try to decide, do I want to... If I build, where's the bricks? I'm just going to build a brick wall for now. We can pretty it up later. Because I keep going, do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? Let's just put one in. Stormy says, I would, what was it here? For the Peanuts question, where it said 4 Peanuts characters, she just listed off quite a lot. So she says, Peanuts characters, Lucy, Linus, Pigpen, Snoopy, Charlie Brown, Peppermint, Patty, Woodstock, and on the list goes. Who else are we missing from that list? I'm trying to think. We've got... The only one I could think of easily that we missed was Sally. Yeah, it's the only one I could think of at the moment that we missed was Sally. Okay, so let's try this. Just throw a line across here. 1, 2, this one. And then looking for clearance. How much clearance do I want around the stone? We really don't need much, so I can move it over by 1. I'm going to do it the old-fashioned way. 1, 2, 3. Oops, 3. I rip out this row. Go sleep, and then figure out the next row. Rotor. Yep. Which is funny because once I had Schrodinger's cat explained to me, then that was all I could think of when I saw that character, even though he played piano fairly well. Two, 3. This one. And that one. Oh, nope. How I'm going to make these different on the top, I don't have the slightest idea. Because when it's an odd number, it's kind of, with even sort of angles, kind of challenging to turn it, but I think we only really need to offset by 1, so it's not horrible, I guess. As I said, I've been winging it thus far, so I can continue to do so, right? Isn't that how it goes? Okay, so then I can get 1 more block on the end of that shaft. Come on, you. This shaft. Please, picker. Oh, haha, you can't pick what you're not carrying. Of course, that would be sensible. And I will definitely strip that log shaft down when we're ready, but I want to just have it normal until then. Okay, so that's 1. Yeah, exactly, that's how you spell it. Schroeder or Schrader. I guess one of the other mistakes I made is not necessarily in the kitchen, although it is to do with cooking. And I'm bouncing back to today's question of the day, just throwing that out there. And my mistake would probably be thinking that I could grill. And once again, I make food edible, but when it comes to something like grilling, even including camp grilling, I am not that good at it. I think part of it is that my daughter's a little bit on the picky side when it comes to how much char there is on the outside of her food. And there's no way that I can do it to the standard she wants. So, yeah, not something I'm good at. Okay. We have a ton of Peanuts characters. Let's swap that one. Okay, there we go. 2 of them that feature a genius character. Depending on your definition of genius, we've probably got Big Bang Theory. I can think of Doogie Howser, and technically you could say Rocky and Bullwinkle. So I'm going to want that to be the center spot. Pull this out. Well, okay, yeah, if we're talking about literally burned things, Bob, so far you've got the win. I don't know if, I think that probably beats mine. The one where I put in, what's that I did? I was doing steaming baby carrots in the microwave was the intent. In the microwave. So the whole point of this microwave thing was partly to speed things up and partly that it was, at the time, described as somewhat idiot-proof. Well, yeah, it hadn't met me yet. So, yeah, what I did was, you're supposed to put in some water in the bottom, but I didn't want them all mushy and boiled in the bottom of the thing, so I only put in about 3 or 4 tablespoons in with the bottom of the carrots. And then I put them on, like, the default vegetable setting for the microwave. But I thought, you know, it's supposed to be programmed right. It should work just fine. What I didn't pay attention to was the fact that for this particular amount that I'd put in there, the amount of water to the vegetable matter level was not a match. And so we had basically little tiny black charred pencils that came out of the microwave. I'm surprised it didn't light on fire. So, yeah. My kids would easily agree with you and say, Mom can't cook. He forgot to put water in his ramen the other day. Oh, so he did heat it. Ooh, nasty. The other thing I've done is on cheap pans that used to be non-stick. Once upon a time were seasoned. This is before I met Fantastic Sherlock Fox. But the cheap pans that were supposed to be non-stick certainly were not in my father's hands. So my mother got frustrated at one point and seasoned them, which was fine. That works great. What I did not know at the time was that, that the seasoning oil she chose, not a great combo with some foods, but also had a lower smoking point than is usually recommended. Suffice to say, her seasoning was less than optimal. and things went a little bit south. And it smelled really, really bad. Oh, actually, no, the one I didn't do, but I was definitely party to, was when my brother was trying to cook scrambled eggs, except he used non-stick cooking spray, but he sprayed enough in there that I didn't know at the time, it looked kind of like brown butter in the way he was doing it. Yeah, don't eat that. Yeah. If you get to the point where you have enough cooking spray in there that A, it bubbles, and B, the cooking spray itself starts to smoke, you got problems. So, yeah. Not so good. Not so good. Okay, I'm gonna need that one. Well, the logic was there. It doesn't quite look right, but yeah, the logic was there. I'll pretend it works. I don't know. Not really liking it. Yeah, I'm not liking that at all. Okay, give me a quick pause for just a second. Let me take a quick look at one of my cheater photos, as I call them. I've got a bunch of little photos that they're Minecraft helps, rather literally. I mean, a lot of you've seen them. They're the ones that when you look on the internet, they're like like brown, orange, red strips. And when you want to do circles, that they make life really easy. And I'm just trying to figure out. That's the Paths and Roads one. That's way too big. Use the rainbow one. Of course, it doesn't go any smaller than 8. Love it. Okay. Which sends me on an even, and I certainly don't want an even. Oops. Okay, I'm just going to move my picture off to the side. Helpers are okay, but yeah. Fantastic Sherlock Fox says, well, actually, backing that up. So when Riley didn't put, he didn't put water in, he was microwaving his ramen. Yuck. Yeah, that's, still lingering in the microwave, Stormy says. I could believe it. Fantastic Sherlock Fox tells a story of when he was young, his father microwaved a tuna fish casserole. It was supposed to be in for 5 minutes, but somehow he went for 25. I think he was looking at the baking time, not the reheat time. It looked like black and lace. Wow. Wow. Just for context, everybody, this is the guy who's now my father-in-law, and I'm going to go visit him in Ireland. I assume that he's learned from that particular lesson in his past. I cannot guarantee it, because life has sometimes been kind of busy and you can get distracted. But yeah, ouch. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this should be, that was 9. 1, 2, 3. And I went down to 5, which is not going to work. Let's see if I can go down to 7. I'll take all this part away and see how 7 looks as 2 layers tall. The other thing, actually, I'm just realizing here, doing it all out of 1 stone is not looking right. So what I think I'm going to do is maybe do it out of 2. So do the bottom out of 1 layer, or 1 color, and do the top out of another. So let me sleep the night off, and then I'll go get something else. Okay, it's not 10 minutes early on this little thing. Aha. Okay. Granite walls, no. If I go slabs, I should have done this as slabs. That would have made so much more sense. Because then slabs look like a half-buried stone, right? Yeah, slabs it should have been. Okay. So... 3, 6, 10, 14... Okay, so let's grab a bunch of slabs. I don't think I have andesite slabs yet. Oh, regular or polished? That's a good question. I can't polish them after the fact. Let's see what this will start to do. And it won't be enough, but that's okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3. This one can look like a half-buried stone. Of course. Sure, we'll pretend it goes right to the wall. Why not? If I need to, I will. Fox, thank you very much. Okay, so this one, that one. Where'd the other half of this go? That's way too many, but that's okay. We've got this one and that one. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I should have done that up higher. Yep. Should have done it higher. Okay. I think I'm happy with it, but we'll see. And for color contrast, I should also do the other one in here. And did I count these? No, that would have been sensible. Okay. Always back and forth, back and forth. So let's see, how high do I want this to go? And do I want a gap? Think about it while I go grab the other kind of stone. I'm thinking about doing a granite one to go with it. Not that I need to have a ton of it. Where did I put the granite? Granite? I'm going to take you for a granite. Oh, I'm trying to figure out why I don't have any space left. That's because I'm wandering around with this stupid zombie guy's head in my box. Or inventory. Okay, oh. I'm going to need a second box. So these ones are all players' heads. I don't have every player's head. These are the ones that I managed to pick up after one night of a lot of fun, and then these are just critters and stuff. I don't know why these two will not stack. I mean, I can see that one's got 2 NBT tags and one's got 1, and one stack of 11 has 1. So I don't know why I've got 2 different sets going on. Yeah. I don't know. Probably saying that one of them's been placed and then the other 11 never have, or some such silliness. Okay, I wanted actually, that should be enough granite. So what I'm looking for is to do a grindstone, but I want it to be of sufficient depth that it would make sense to have another stone grinding on top of it. Let's start that again. 1, 2, 3. 3. We're getting enough going on that the dirt knows what to mark out. Alright. So this will be the lower stone. And I probably should have polished it. What I'm thinking of, I'm going to try something and just see how it looks with one stone. Okay, that. Sort of like a rubbed layer where everything's been getting ground up. The stupid dividing lines that make it all tiley is kind of frustrating. But I think the logic will work. So I'm going to try that again. So what do we got? 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34. Divided by 2 is 17. ET for 1. Okay, so the geek out has changed. So the geek out is now 4 films directed by Steven Spielberg. At one point, I would have said Indiana Jones. I don't know if I want to continue to say that or not, but that's one of his. So while George Lucas did the Star Wars with what's his face? Not important, but it was Spielberg who made the Indiana Jones stuff take off. Okay, so then that, and now this should float. Perfect. Oh, I want that. No, thank you. Oh, come on. I have to do that in a pair of slabs because I want to look like the lower one. But I do want the gap in between because that's where we would have had, you know, food product or whatever getting inserted and taken out. And we're going to need another, what do you call it? Another log in the middle, that's what I'm trying to say. Alright, do I have... Pretty sure these won't sit. Nope, they won't. So I'm going to have to do double slabs on this one. So we had 34, 36 times... Well, actually it's 36 because, yeah. Because I get twice the number of stones, okay. 24, 36. Alright. Close Encounters of the Third Kind, for sure. Alien movies. Oh, for the love of... Right, I forgot about that. This is lower slabs, which means that's lower slabs, which means it doesn't really matter. You cannot do uppers on this one. That's okay. I'm going to go with it anyways. But I need to change half of these. Or, pardon me, let me correct that. I need to make more of the smooth ones, which is kind of frustrating. No, that's not what I want. This one. What do I do? 36? Let's just do it this way. 32. 6. Polish them that way. Could raise the andesite ones up to make them upper slabs. I could. I could, but since I just want the smooth layer between them anyways, I'm just going to take these out and actually use full height ones, and then just go with a single unpolished on top. One of the things I don't want to do, and I'm just me being paranoid, I guess I could... Oh! No, I couldn't actually. I was going to say, yes, I could button things, but no, that's not going to work either. Okay, so I think what you're suggesting, if I read you... Oh, let me sleep. I'm good at getting dead if I don't. All right. So if I read you right, what you're suggesting is we go raise it up and have it be an upper slab here with a one block gap in between. What do you guys think? Do you like the bigger gap or the smaller gap? I think I might go with the smaller gap, potentially even just skip the second row of smooth altogether. The logic on that one is just the weight of the block would be such that raising it up enough for a full gap would be an awful lot. And I also need to figure out where I'm going to pull out the, probably right here, I think. Pull it out and make a double high of the polished, just to give it a bit of a gap, because then you've got to have a spot where you're going to scoop the grain out. And I'm so much slower at placing blocks when I'm thinking aloud, but I'm not a whole lot faster at it when I'm not live, so what you see is the normal. But on the other hand, I've never built anything from scratch before, so I'll admit to being micro-chuffed that so far it seems to be working. Too much bigger and it would just look really odd. It's gonna look a bit odd anyways. Let's take out these. And drop that. Oops, I guess I need one more. I always end up with odd number of leftovers, and I'm trying to figure out how to avoid that, but it's just not something that one can really do much about. There. Guess I should take out these two. Maybe not that one. I don't know. Yeah, that'll probably work. So I need to change the inside to an upper slab. This, but because I have 4, I might as well just do that. Alright, so the idea of why that's smooth is then as everything spins and it gets all ground up, then this will be the slot where it sort of drops down and they can clean that out to put it into a sack or something. Which would be really, really nice if I had a sack. But I've got an idea actually what to use for that one. It's more of a mental thing to get the detail in there early. Do I have a random piece I'm looking for? Come on. Okay, well, I might have to go with plan B. I was looking for one lonely piece of mushroom stem, but looks like I have not done mushrooms yet in this world. Yeah, so that would be in their organics box, and I don't have any mushrooms in this one or that one. So plan B, easy enough. Oh, I have to eat. We had 4 movies by Spielberg. Second chest? Thank you, Stormy. See, you're so much better at this. One of these days I will hire you or Wolfen to come and organize my stuff for me. I'm not seeing... I have mushrooms, but I don't have any pre-cut stems, and that's fine. Flowers are usually lighter anyways, so what I'm actually going to do is... Yeah, so I can do mushroom stem for a very dark center. That's a possibility. What I'm actually probably going to do instead, just because I've got it handy, and we're early in the build, I can always change it up for mushrooms later, is flour, even natural flour with the brand still in it, is quite dark, but it's still lighter than I think a mushroom stem would be. So what I'm actually going to do is grab myself one. Yeah. Actually, I'll just grab a stack and put them in the box later. And we'll use the bone block with its exposed end as a flour sack for now. And then I can use them on their sides for a bunch of exposed things. The mushrooms might be better for when I'm stacking things. Let's see. Mush. Yeah, that's not going to show there. That's okay. So for now, it's a little bit weird, but it will probably do the trick. And then we can, if we want to, we can always put in blocks going sideways or whatever for being messy around the edges. But that's kind of a mental placeholder more than anything else. If the mushroom probably will work better. It does for now. I mean, from distance shot, you've got the darker top. That'll do. Yeah. By having it be one block up rather than down, then I can't exactly carpet this for showing, putting bits of stuff in it. But I'm not necessarily sure that would add a whole lot. So, anyway, we got that part. So let's pull this out. Yeah, I was looking for the cut mushroom stems because then they've got the light outside with the dark exposed center. For now, one of the opportunities this affords me is I've got one round of the water going over top of the wheel, which looks a little bit weird narrow. So what I can do probably is just throw in another set of stairs and then make it 2 blocks wide, or even potentially 3 blocks wide, right up to the side of the building. I could button the side of the building, or a million other things. Ooh, see? Stormy has great ideas. That actually would turn it into quite a nice looking barrel. That's sort of what this thing is good at. Barrel stays. There we go. See? Stormy's got it. Alright. Score! I wish I had sarcasm signs handy. Do I? None in the toolbox. What's wrong with me? Birch planks. Let's walk around for fun. Oh, whoops. Sticks. I'm being silly here. Come on. I'm also lazy. Really? There we go. No room to arrange items. You may have to clear your cursor. You think? Thanks, game. Thanks, game. Here, let me just put them on the ground. Then you can stop complaining. There, now I have room for signs. Take that. No, that's not what I wanted. Clear your cursor, huh? There we go. It'll do. That's not Old English or anything like that. Should be, but it's not. Because I can't think in Old English. I know a few people on the net that can, but I am not one of them. Okay, where did I put this? This is kind of my emergency wood, so that's why it's in there. I don't usually use birch that much. Okay, what do we got? I need a building, because I have a wall. That's not so helpful. A piece of wall, actually. The building needs far more decoration and functionality. Oops. Ye old bago flower. Yeah. Okay, let's see. The edge there, and I went 1, 2, 3 past that. That should give me more space in front. This, a bit more gap. I mean, in all honesty, one of the shapes that probably would work well for this would be virtually using a, what do you call them? Birch? Whatever. Yeah. 1, 2. And then just go rocketing down this way. I feel sorry for the guy who's got to clean this place. And the fact that I actually have to spawn-proof it, which is going to be fun and a half. I have torches. I got torches. We'll start with that. Just stick them. Oh, wait a minute. This is, okay. I was going to say, this is, Java. Can't even think today. Wow, what words? Words. Words are things. So this one, I want, there we go. No. Okay, give me one more set of those. 1, 2. You're not nuts. I did just make birch trapdoors. Oops, that was dumb. Didn't need to go into the hole myself. This one. That on the ground. Oops, not that way. Of course. Now I want to put it on the ground in the way that has... Aha! Well, that would explain a lot. No. Flesh can make waste. I'm okay with that. Okay. There we go. You got some mess. 1, 2. This one. Well, that's effective, but it's not what we wanted. Let's go this way. Yep. There we go. Bit messy if anybody looks. We've got flour on the floor in the back corners. Sure. Ooh. Oh no. Minneapolis Mel got smushed by a Vex. Okay, so the house isn't quite square. I'm kind of thinking I probably should have made it square. So I'm going to give myself a 1-block way to get around. Please pull it out on the other side by 1 as well. go. So this one, thinking, where did I put the dirt? Cannot find the dirt. Dell can't find dirt. That'll be first. Now we've got ourselves a walking path all the way around. This gives me excuses to not worry quite so much about roofing or water. And this part should probably go a little wider off the back. Do I want it? How square do I want it? Well, for one thing, square enough that it actually looks right. This, that, that. There, that's better. Yeah, then I've got a little spot that we can come in with mushrooms and stack closed sacks in the corners. Alright, so, yeah, putting that on here actually doesn't work, because that's supposed to be a moving item. But it was funny while it lasted. This sign, okay. So building, let's just make a wall, make it go. We'll figure out windows and pretty stuff later. And I know I need to come in with some mossy stuff, particularly for the side of the building. But you guys know me, functional first, quasi-functional first, and then we'll sort out the other bits later. Two trivia-based game shows. Over in North America, we have, as Fantastic Shot Fox pointed out, we have Family Feud and Jeopardy! We also, if you want to include the UK individuals, they could clearly use QI, the Quite Interesting panel show. We need to make this high. Okay, that's easy enough to make more. Ow. What do I got for putting away? Those? Okay, we'll start with that. Can I combine? Yes. What else was I looking for? I cannot recall. I needed more blocks. Right. Right. And I was trying to put away the stuff that had nothing to do with... Oops. Come on. Thank you. Putting away the stuff that had nothing to do with what I'm currently working on. Okay, so andesite we're done with. ×2. Get the polished ones out of there. And I can turn those stones into bricks. Use this spot to get rid of other things. Let's put walls. Sure, why not? This one. That one. Don't need those stairs. This one. Let's see what else we got. Alright, I guess that's all I have room to put away. This one gets the sticks. And I can put regular stone in there if I need to, but I'm not going to worry about it. Alright. So far, so good. It's a wall. It does its job. There we go. How high do we need to get? I'm also recognizing if I'm proper on this medieval thing, I shouldn't have bricks at all, but I'm pretending that doesn't matter today. It will normally bother me. I'll probably come back and change it, but today that is not going to bother me. And what did I not bring? I didn't bring the thatch. But I need to make this wall taller because if I have the thatch coming out over top, it's gonna get all wet. We don't want wet thatch. Alright, and then we might as well just arch straight up this direction and straight back down, something nice and standard. Although technically it's a monastery mill, which should actually have nice wood roofing and stuff. The castle style I've picked unfortunately makes that nonsensical. Because it's a functional town building, it's not a whatchamacallit. It's not a high-end church-made building. Your church just gets rich off of it is really all it comes down to. Alright. So one of the things I can do with that is take a bucket up and get some more water going. Even a second one would probably make it look better. Yeah, that's better on that side. And then this one, I need to just create a thing that comes over here anyways. Alright, let's get the walls going. Ooey. A little disturbing actually having glowing green bits on the floor. It's like early world GMOs or something. I just realized For the medieval purposes, the mud brick might have been a better color. Oh well. I'm gonna pretend that doesn't matter. Hey Tiz, how are you doing?
Oh, hello
Good to
there.
see you. Good to see you. Today I am attempting to build a water wheel run mill. We're getting there slowly. It looks like something kind of... This block in the middle has not been stripped because I'm thinking about changing it out with a stair instead, for the pretense of having a gear that changes things. But I'm not quite sure how else to do the gear look. Wood slabs might be nice, but, you know, we're all aware of how well those exist. But otherwise, I know I totally need to texture this. I'm going to have to come through with some mossy brick at some point. At the moment my brain is just make it functional, make it work. And it takes a lot more brick than I originally thought, but that's okay. We are not short. It also reminds me that mills are tall. Very, very tall. However, Does it need to be that tall? Possibly not. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What a dumb number. Got a weird idea. It may or may not be workable. But I'm thinking of maybe making the roof off-center. Pardon me, make it roof off-center intentionally. Let's start with that and see what we got. I remember how to use scaffolding for what it was meant for. That's a good question. Okay, so where do I really want the roof? No, not that one. This one. It needs to go higher than the water, but it doesn't need to go much higher than that. Okay. This is face cam 1. Free cam 1. Probably should have the water 1 higher than that. Not sorry, the water, the stone 1 higher than that. So let's just leave it like this and get me out of there. An off-center roof probably won't look very good, but I've never tried one before, so here goes nothing. So we clearly don't need anything going on in the upper level. I could actually just use storage out of it. What I think I'm going to do is actually make an attempt at just slanting away from the wheel itself. And just see how that looks. Figuring out the angles is not easy. So this one's got to come up there. And also when I cut things, it actually will probably look weird too. Okay, so down, down. Don't need this one or that one. This one. Wow. Nope, far too angled. So I'm going to double that. A good start anyways. We're going to get there. We'll get there, okay. Let's try plan B. So if I got thatch along here, thatch up here, and let's go one more higher. That way. 1, 2, 3. I guess the next question really is what do I want to roof with? So I could roof with thatch, I could roof with some sort of wood, I could roof with tiles. Actually, maybe thatch in here wouldn't be a good idea because then it would encourage vermin to live in the roof. And we don't want that. But if I use wood, maybe the dark would be a better plan so it sort of blends in with the church. Okay, so let's see what we've got. So if I was going till the regular noon, there'd be 15 minutes left. If Fantastic Sherlock Fox is okay with that, I think I will go till 1 my time so that we have an hour and 15 left. Not sure if I would necessarily say on a roll per se, but okay, so what have we got? So half of these plus half of those. Oh no, actually that wouldn't work. Okay, try that again. I can't do that, silly me. Duh. Right. Mojang, we need a saw table. Are you listening? We just must have a saw table. Okay, and I don't want those to be that. I want stairs. I got 44 out of that. But that will be enough to give me a start in the idea category. The water. Oh, oops. I will need... think about this one. My brain wants to do slabs, but I can't actually do the two types of slabs together because they won't end up side by side. So that's not going to work. Okay. Up, up. I'll fix that hole. That was brain move. All right, let's try it again. Let's see, so we're talking about 4 films in which Will Ferrell appears. Ooh. Elf, Anchorman, Sherlock Holmes, and I'm sorry about that. And anybody else think of another one? I don't watch Will Ferrell films all that much. I find him very annoying. How much clearance do we want? I can always tear that layer off, I think. This one out. Okay. Not what I wanted. Okay. Pardon me. Pardon me again. Oi. I hate roofs. Okay. Take this one out. Trying to decide what I want to do with that. Nope. It'll look weird from the side. How did I do this before? That's low. This would be an inverted one. Way with one of those. Take a look at camera 2 again. Okay, and then back down from there. Maybe I should go at least up the corner. So where I'm standing should probably come up as the top. It's gonna be a weird offset one, and I don't know if I'm gonna like it, but I'm gonna try it. This way. 1, 2, 3, 4. And yeah, gotta jump. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so this one has to go up. This has to be a full. And now I can start coming back down again. Come on. There, thank you. I did something weird here. It's okay. That one. We need to get a bigger overhang there anyways. Okay, what are we doing? This one came up, up, up. I guess this has to be a full block. Yep, that one come up. Oh, I see where I'm going wrong. Okay. Coming back down is difficult. This. Hide that. Tick, 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 tick. Says the music. It's like, make up your mind, silly song. Alright. I'm trying to figure out how to come back down, and that's confusing me. It's not even just the fact that I've got this crazy bend in here. Of course, I'm doing the hard part first. There we go. Okay, so we've got slab, full, slab, full. Let's try that. When all else fails, change where you're working. Reach. Nope, can't reach. Oh, there's the weed guys outside. Slab, full. Maybe not. Ow, did I bring any more dark? No, I got spruce, not dark oak. I thought I needed stairs. That's just not looking right. Roofs are awful. Awful, awful, awful. I don't like that all slab look. It's terrible. Anyway, so Tiz, I forgot to ask you if you're still around. You're probably lurking. If you're lurking, that's fine. But what have you been working on lately? I've been seeing what Stormy's been up to, but I haven't been able to see what you've been up to lately. Just not enough hours in the day. I would like to know what your latest and favorite project is. It's the latest and greatest, but that's a given. Tiz's projects are always awesome. Still have yet to figure out how on earth you manage organics so well. Not one of my strengths, I'm afraid. Come on. There we go. Working on a creative Build with 2 others. Scaled down, decked out. Inspired by Tango Tech. I will be honest, I don't know what decked out is. Sorry to say, I'm embarrassed by that, but yeah. So I will have to watch a little closer and see if I get a lovely little treat to see what decked out is. How did I do this? Oh, cloud on the edge, okay. Yeah, I'll be also honest that Tango Tech is one of those names that I totally know who it is, but I've never watched much of their stuff. Just, I would say just life, but that's probably not quite true. There we go. Okay. Then this would be a slab moment. Huzzah! I think I like that a little bit better. Okay, so how do I repeat this? Inverted stairs, I think. Said I wasn't going to do that one, didn't I? Said I wasn't going to do that camera at all. And I went and did it anyways. Yeah, I think I like that roof line a little better. You're building it in survival, but just building it in creative has been hard. Yeah, I can imagine. So, backing it up, it's a dungeon crawl type game with Ravagers. Ooh. Interesting. Cool. I was having a conversation with my son the other day, based off of a tweet from Groova, Groova Guy, relating to, he was actually commenting on the fact that if one wants to play completely peaceful, in spite of the fact that a dragon does exist in the game, and the dragon is still mad at you, which I find kind of funny, but it is. So in spite of that fact, there is still no way to get the portal frame eyes to complete the portal in peaceful. There's just, it doesn't exist. So, the challenge becomes, how does one actually get to the end, right? So that was kind of his question. And so I was mentioning that to my son, just sort of the lack of existence of that sort of thing, and his response was, yeah, so what's your problem? And I was trying to figure out why he was so antagonistic. And his response was, of course, now that he's all grown up enough in the Minecraft world, he figures, well, if you're going to play on peaceful, there's got to be a sacrifice somewhere. And I said, but do you really need to sacrifice so much of the end, like by not being able to go without that, unless you happen to get one of the miracle seeds that has all the eyes full? And I'm not kidding when I say miracle. It's incredibly rare. So, I mean, it's either that or you become op and just gift yourself a whole bunch of eyes. You know, like that's another possibility, which I can't say I'm a fan of. It was just an interesting thing, but so we were having ourselves a little argument over that angle. Yeah, it turns out that I couldn't do a partial sloped roof. I just couldn't make myself do it. Let's see if I can cut this back and try it again. But it was interesting because I would say Groova had a point. Not that necessarily that it needs to be changed, but that theoretically you can still get wings. Or like, assuming you can get to the end in some fashion, you could still get wings and shulker boxes and whatnot. In that, occasionally you'll find pearls in chests, so that's not a total loss there. But that the wings are still in the end cities, and that apparently shulkers are there, but they can't shoot you. I don't know how that works, but okay. Sure, I'll bite. But beyond that, I don't get why Mojang would even bother putting those pieces in if there was no intent for players to ever be able to get there. It just doesn't make sense. Like, why accommodate for people to play the end peacefully Aside from the dragon being mad at you, of course, without actually making it happen. Like, that just does not compute. I'm just wondering if I don't, if I don't go symmetrical, is it going to drive me crazy? Particularly now that I've got the door in there, symmetrically centered. Blink, blink. Rawr. Yeah, apparently something like 80% of Minecraft players do or don't. Like, I'm not sure whether you said 20% of them don't ever go to the end, or if you're saying 80% of them don't ever go to the end. In my Bedrock world, I have an intent to go to the end, just not yet. Just I'm not geared for it. I'm not ready for it. But I probably won't do the, I probably won't do an End City. Maybe I'll get bold enough that I can avoid spawning the Wither. There's a chance of that. Okay, where's this one? Actually, let's see if I can do this. So there's a chance that I won't spawn the Wither. However, it's probably pretty unlikely that I'll go there. Which I feel kind of wimpy about, but, you know, to each their own, right? We all play with our own separate permits. But not spawn the Wither. I can't even think to spawn the Warden, that's what I'm trying to say. Wither is the one I was just about to say, but I can guarantee you I will never be doing that one solo. Never, ever, ever. Because I don't see them as anything other than potentially mining machines, and I actually enjoy mining the classic way. Okay, so if I do that, then I end up with stairs on this side. That's odd. Huh. Haha. So it's higher on one side than it is on the other by a serious margin. This one went up first, so it went flat, up, flat. And then this is similar. And then stairs. Oh! I did it wrong. Haha. Alright, so it's not supposed to be like that. Which is going to pose a bit of a problem because if I change it so that this edge sticks out correctly up against the stairs on the top, I'm moving them down one. One, we're going to collide with the water, I think. Or look really too close. But two is that I will end up with a stair on the top, which is no-go there. Oh, actually that won't be too bad. Yeah, we're just going to end up with a symmetrical roof again. Nah. Try as I might, apparently I go with symmetrical roofs. Okay, anyway, the point, yeah, so all that to say that it's just interesting to think that Mojang would bother putting in the effort to put in something that the players can't even access unless they cheat or they go out of Peaceful, which sort of defeats the purpose for some of the players. It was just an interesting conversation. I really did not expect my son, who, like his sister, had started out playing Peaceful. I really did not expect him to have quite such a strong reaction. Yeah, Bedrock Wither's no joke, for sure. For sure. I'm not sure I would even do a Java Wither solo. I mean, I have better protection and all that entails, but not sure that's on my life to-do list, you know? Oh, Yes, I have to reverse everything I'm doing, which is going to make this look weird. Well, we'll leave it like that for a second. Up, flat. This will be stairs. And I could make it even. Yeah. I find both of those very, very scary. I've seen fun ways of cheesing them, particularly as a group. I've seen fun ways of doing things. Oh, actually, let's just go with medieval weirdness because I can. And throw a monkey wrench at this and purposely make it off a little bit. Go. But yes, you're seeing me make it a little off center, even though the door is correct. Just, I'm gonna go with medievals aren't perfect. Even next to the House of Librarians, I guess, the medievals aren't perfect. Oops, that was a stair. This should be a slab. Yep. Cut this off. It's confusing me. If I came down, stair, 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 this should be a slab. Right? Yes. Dual stairs, stair, slab, stair, slab, stair, slab. And the overhang will be a stair, which will make it really weird, but let's just go this to make it not quite so odd. Yeah. It's odd and it's off, but it's on purpose. They definitely feel like game elements that target a certain class of player. Exactly. I mean, it's a family game, and what I mean by that is that aside from certain parts of the world, we're not allowed to show skeletons, for example. Minecraft really works as a family game, but for littles that are scared, they can do most of the game, and you just gotta grow up until you can actually do the whole game, apparently. I wouldn't go so far as to put So Say Mojang, but it certainly feels like it. If you want the spooky, scary exploration, there is scary, but if you want peaceful, relaxing building, you can do that. Exactly. I mean, like, I will visit the ancient cities and such. I totally look forward to visiting those as quiet mode, I guess, or even easy mode, just so I can say I've been there. But I don't really intend to do it in a SMPs or anything like that because when you're in a multiplayer situation, in that case, if peaceful is your game, so your bag, so to speak, then usually there's somebody else on your server for whom doing something more active and combat filled is their game. So it works for them. Okay, I have a janky design on the outside, but I think I like the fact that it's slightly janky. Not gonna keep it totally janky. Do I have any more oak? Dark oak, dark oak. Nope. Okay, so I have enough stairs to start another row. This part let's see what we can get out of these to try and match the opposite side. And I'll figure out the overhangs later. Alright. This one. And that one. Red slabs. Stairs. Right. Slabs, and that was more slabs. The stairs. And that one will be where I need more stairs. There we go. I think I found our back-to-back jank. We're good. We're good. Come on. Nope. this one, slab, and where I'm standing will be stairs. Let's get my blocks in here. There we go. Oh. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. Come on. Do not push me. No rain, please. Leave me alone. Okay. You are uninvited from this party. So are you. Come on. Here we go. Alright, so I've run myself out of slabs, which means I certainly need the other blocks on the other side. So we're 10 after 12. I think I'm liking the way that's looking, even though it's kind of offset from the door. Because I blew it on the door, didn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. Weirdly enough, I think that's correct. Which is confusing me because it shouldn't be, but that's just because I didn't do a dead center. Ugh, that's going to drive me crazy, so I guess I will have to curve, cave, and go symmetrical. I liked the offset bit, but unfortunately that's going to bug me too much. Can't handle it. Symmetry is ingrained in my brain. But we do want... Oh, that's dark oak. Do I have... Oh, I do not have a spruce door. Okay, well, I can deal with that on the other side. Watching from here, it's not bad. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. As I missed entirely. Alright. I can't do it. I just can't do it. There. Just can't do it. Alright. Geek Out has changed. We are looking at 4 psychological thrillers. Ugh. And we're talking books. Books, magazines, I suppose cartoons. Not cartoons, sorry. Comic books. That's the... I suppose we're talking about those sorts of things. In some of the super person books might qualify, but I'm not too familiar with things like the anti-heroes to be able to really say. I was thinking of things like Punisher and so on, but that doesn't make sense either. Philosophical investigation is one. You'd argue that The Stand meets the psychological thriller bar. Sure. Yep.
Hello?
Unfortunately, Night Skill, welcome on in. You're welcome to hang out, but joining our world is not actually possible because this is a server for a content creator by the name of Dadcraft73, and I would definitely say check out his material. But these servers are allow listed, correct my language, allow listed for only members who support him via Patreon. So A, it's not free, and B, it's really best to get yourself to be a part of the community before you attempt to try and join that part of his system. So yeah, I do apologize. There are plenty of other free servers out there. This is just not one of them. I don't see the point. You can permaban yourself. That's easy enough to do. Okay, we need oak blocks. And I'm going to turn those into slabs. What did I just turn into slabs? I have no idea. Dark oak slabs, there we go. This one, I think we have enough of everything for a minute. Let's put the birch away. Oh, I have spruce slabs now. I get it. I oopsied. That's okay. Spruce, spruce, spruce. Did I pick up everything? Okay, we're good. I'm just organizing, or I'm going to forget where I put things. Why do I have dark oak trapdoors? Anybody remember why I made those? I have no clue. That one. So I have just a few slabs. And I've gone and made myself not enough stairs. I don't think I need 58 sets of stairs. There we go. Alright, so we've got slabs, we've got stairs, and then I will swap out for the bricks, and off we go. The girl on the train. Ooh. I haven't heard of that one, but that sounds like a good one. And that's the other good point you make there, Tiz, which is... Oh, sorry, Fantastic Shock Fox, my mistake. That's a good point you make there as in what the difference is between a horror and a thriller. Because the thriller genre is certainly an interesting one. What are we thrilling you with? I guess kind of what it comes down to. I know thrillers can be often horrors that are not as violent, I guess, or as scary. Like, there's different ways of defining it. So I'm not sure what the book industry uses them because I don't really read them. Just too bad. Sounds like I'm missing out on a lot. The Girl on the Train title-wise sounds like one that I would enjoy from a mystery standpoint. Okay, so this will be stairs. And then this should be a slab, which means I need a lot of bricks. Slab and over here, stairs. Yeah. Ow. Stairs, and then if there's an overhang, it will be slab flat. Right. Isn't that how I did it on the other side? Okay, F4 and 1. Okay, we are symmetrical. After all that, I decided to go symmetrical. I guess it works. It will do. So I know how high the walls need to be. Possibly, yeah. I mean, I survived P.D. James novels, and they're a little sketchy at best. Well, I should say at best, at places. The author does not shy away from having different MOs for the villain that quite gross me out. But that's just because I'm a bit of a prude, I guess, when it comes to those sorts of things. So, yeah, probably can handle that. The advantage to thriller novels, as opposed to actual horror novels, is I find them a little bit more digestible as a concept, rather than something that's meant to freak you out. Somebody told me once that their definition of a horror when you go see a movie versus a thriller was often the concept behind the thriller was less jump scare than a horror movie. I'm not sure I necessarily agree with that. Huh. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. And sometimes I wonder where some of Michael Crichton's novels fit in. Things like Sphere, like I just don't know where those would fit. I have a feeling that they're not thriller novels, but they're not really horror novels either. They're just kind of there. On the other hand, my favorite Michael Crichton novel isn't even a thriller or a horror. It's a Fallout mystery, supposedly. But it's not really a mystery in the problem to be solved style. It's a mystery in the how is this group going to pull off the particular thing that they are trying to do. Girl on the Train is more about mental games, messing with people's minds. Yeah, exactly. I'm not a fan of the gore stuff of it. And then there's some of Stephen King's novels, and people say he's a horror writer, but are all of his horror books horror, or would you say some of them are possibly thrillers? Like it's a really gray thing, which I can understand then why bookstores often will shelve the two together. And I think that's interesting because you're not necessarily getting a full picture of what the style of the book was intended to be. That's okay by me. I find it funny when I get the mystery thriller. I mean, I've got a few that call themselves mystery chiller thrillers, and usually they're in the holiday vein. I don't know why people seem to think that holiday thriller chiller mysteries are something that's up my alley. Although I suspect it might be the couple that I'm thinking of are actually, I did receive them from my mother, and that doesn't necessarily write them off. It just means that it's possible. We have a thing in our family where we cycle books amongst people. She's a librarian, and we've always been a fan of little free libraries and stuff, and it doesn't mean other people had them first, but it means it's an inexpensive way to share a book you enjoyed with others, and gift it to them without necessarily spending big bucks. Pardon me. No gore is a good thing for me. I recall seeing a lot of positive reviews of that book. I would love to find out if some of my favorite older books are what category they actually fall into, because now, I mean, most of them fall into just purely classics. And that covers everything, which is kind of a sad combination. Like, in the day it was written, what would, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde have been? What would The Picture of Dorian Gray have been? That sort of stuff. It does make me curious. I'm a little weirded out. I mean, I see a bunch of mobs just off there, but till this one just popped up on my little mini-map a couple seconds ago, I was wondering where all the mobs were. Sometimes I get more bothered when I don't know where the mobs are than if I feel I have control by having the mobs there. Now, I've got the roof going. It's actually occurred to me that it might be smart in a medieval sense to run through like I did on the other side and put roof beams holding up part of this. You had to show up, didn't you? Of course, now I'm on a roof. Oh, great. Who we got? Well, considering that Mel has been slain by a Vex a couple of times, then I have a feeling that I'm not going to be able to ask Mel for a little bit of help up on the roof. I did not bring a spare bed. gonna get a little hairy, I guess. I guess I'll just stay up here. Oh. Okay, so I got people who want to shoot me off on both sides. People want to blow me up. Fine. I'm gonna take the chickens way out, just because I don't really want to record another death at the moment. I'm still mentally reeling from the stupid death I had earlier in the week. Farmer, why are you having such a hard time going to bed? Weird. What are you guys doing up to 11:30 at night? There's beds for everybody. Was it because I didn't spawn you in? Weird. Okay. By the way, I forgot to ask, has anyone noted any frame rate drops today? This one, I'm not... I think I might have Bobby turned on, which is a mod that gets me a lot more visual distance. However, the problem with doing that is that... Oh, yeah, I do have Bobby turned on. Is that it can actually eat a lot of resources. Even though my CPU says it's okay, and my graphics say they're okay, it's possible that the most recent driver update helped. Okay, let's go for a little bit of a fly around. I needed... Because we haven't spawned mobs out here, there shouldn't be any. That sleep, what am I supporting this with? Huh. Okay. That's just unstripped spruce. Alright, but I don't even have a ridge beam. That's annoying. Mental thing for me is I'm gonna have to go fix that later because that bugs me now that I've seen it. What I've seen cannot be unseen. Ooey. Ooey. But, that said, even though the roof on the other one is dark oak, I can probably still go with a spruce crossbeam. So it's not quite so dark inside. Moving in Cabin 10 is another good one. That one sounds like it's one of those outdoor camp creepy ones. I could be wrong. Aha! Okay. I don't usually pay attention to how far I'm flying. I actually spend more time looking at the map than the numbers. And I guess I was far enough away to despawn things for a change. Yay! Yeah, that needs a beam. Now my question is, do I want... is the spruce. I can always use these for something else later. So there's not much difference there, but as a support beam, you usually want to strip them, right? It's way dark up in the top here. So I should probably consider a lighter colored beam. Yeah, probably a spruce one. Huh. New recipes because I have stripped oak, dark oak log. Weird. Whatever. Okay, so let's get up on the inside. Yeah, I was doing spruce at the bottom, so that would make more sense anyways. Let's start with the two I've already stripped to save myself the trouble. 1, 2... How far can I get? Let's not fall off things, please, and thank you. Come on. Like falling off, please. Can't see the little marks on the blocks, so it's... Oh, ha ha. Right, I know what I needed from my toolbox. If you're going to have a beam that's supporting things, you know, it probably wouldn't hurt to actually bother putting up lanterns. And make it look like I'm trying not to set the place on fire. Do I have lanterns? Nope. Do I have iron? Nope. Well, we're getting there. So half-hour warning for everybody. Will for sure be kicking out at 1 because I have things to do this afternoon and I need to make sure my voice is okay. It's getting a little bit sore, but I think it's just the dry air in our area. Dylan tries to fly with a lantern. Boo! Yeah, the back of the building looks short. Yeah. So first off, strip this puppy. I can catch directionality. Let's go with the lanterns on... Oh. I was gonna say on the level I'm standing, but that's not so helpful. Okay, center. Pull one over that. There. Divide that in half. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, technically 7. Okay. 2, 3, 4. Two, three. Okay, every third one. Every fourth one. 2, 3, 4. A weird spot, but it's gonna work. Where's the pillar? There we go. 2. 1, 2. This one. And then I just have to match on the other side. One over my head, okay. And that one is there. Let's see. I did end up on top of... Oh, I did not end up on top of the stone. Impressive. Okay. Okay, do I have a stair? Yes, I do. Ooh. No. Okay, the back of the building is going to need to get extended because it just looks really weird from the outside. Spruce stair. I'm pretending that makes sense. Alright. But it lit up, sort of. And then that's really all it needs, actually. I could probably do a storage loft. Probably up toward the back. Make it not a full height one. Anyways. Let's take a quick fly around. See how this is looking. It's kind of bland. Needs some more work. But nothing that is seriously critical. I mean, the functionality part of it is pretty much done. So I can start working on the loft-like section. Let's sleep. Really, it's just going to be circular storage. Everybody will be able to see down through the center. This one. I have far more than I need of the dark oak. What do I need? Ladders? Yes, I need ladders, but I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. Hey, Poodle Pirate, how are you doing? I say better late than never? I don't know. I actually think you're doing just fine right where you are. It's all good. Can't even think today. First planks? Sure. Thank you, I appreciate that. I guess we'll... being as what is what we had earlier, let's go with the fences again. It's dark enough up there that spruce would probably look weird, so let's go back to the oak combo with the spruce. We're getting a lot of deja vu. So where is this one? I have more than I can deal with there. Spruce, spruce. Good to see you. What's for lunch? Exactly. What is for lunch? I have no idea what's for my lunch yet, so I'm curious to know what's for yours. No, I don't need 31 sticks. That's not helpful. Apparently I have 31 sticks now. And no fences. That's okay. We're gonna get fences. That way. There. 10 no fences. And more fences. Sure. Great. So to start with, I don't think right over my head is a good spot for a ladder. Probably. Let's do it on this side because then that allows concept for having access to the workings of the thing as well. Should some sort of, I don't know, maintenance of some kind be needed? Okay, but I'm going to offset that slab intentionally so that I don't have to worry about actually bothering to spawn-proof this. This one? There we go. No? As soon as I say, I know what I'm doing, is when I suddenly don't. How's that always possible? I don't get that. Okay, so 3 out. There we go. 3. Let's just... Oops, I was gonna say let's just ballpark this across, but I can't if I can't reach the wall. There we go. Alright. And this one? Leftover turkey stroganoff. Ooh. So you had turkey on Tuesday, did you? We had, what did we have last night? We had pizza. And it didn't like me, so... I'm Not sure what I'm going to want for leftovers today. I don't think there was any leftovers. Our pizza was weird last night. I don't know why, and I'm pretty sure Fox doesn't either. But for some reason, we're used to like a thicker crust, and this one was oddly thin. Even the breadsticks that we get with it didn't actually come, like, look at the rows at all. It was almost like the place just did not decide that they were going to use yeast today. You know, that sort of thing. Which was a bit odd. Fencing. Let's just put fencing. Oh, doesn't connect when I do that. Oh well, I'm gonna pretend it connects. Sure. Keeps me from falling down the hole, right? Well, it actually doesn't, but that's another conversation for another day. Okay, and then people can look in and see whatever it is they want to see. And see people supposed to be packing their own flowers so they can yell at them. And, yeah. Alright. There, that looks a little more interesting. The back is still wrong, and I just realized that. We've got about 20 minutes left to deal with that. So what my thought is, I need to fix the roofing. I know it's not finished. But also, from the side with the wheel, I think the building needs to come out a little bit to the back, although if I do something with the water, then it won't necessarily need that. Viaducts are not my strong point. In any case, we've got that one. Projects-wise, where are we here? The issue I'm having with that... Oh, is this me? Yeah, okay, I'm really me. Okay, good. Projects-wise, yeah, I'll get back to that in a second. Oh, yeah, I was going to say, I have problems, I have columns, but I have columns outside the farm, not inside, or outside of the building. That's probably why I didn't have one on this side, quote-unquote, helping me out. There are times I want to turn off the social mechanic for golem creation. So okay, we've got our mill building, and then we'll have mill ponds coming out more to like gardens down on this end. And then over where we've got snow, unfortunately I can't make it stop snowing there. It just wants to. But in this section towards the pig, we're going to try and build just a little small house, I guess, for the abbot that lives here. And it's going to have roofing the same as the monastery with the dark tiling. And that'll be the abbot's lodgings. I'm not sure who or what I will install in there in terms of people that live there. And then we also need a herbarium and so on. Yes, I could. Well, that's a project I've never done, so I could try that. I'll be honest, I've never been to Build Height. So I should try that at some point, for sure. Okay, in the meantime, I have a bit more roofing material, so let's get that installed. And oh, Poodle was curious what my problem is. I'm just not sure I like the lack of symmetry on where the wheel is. So I was going to extend out the back of the building, but then I was also thinking, but if I stop the water from pouring off the back by having it flow in differently, where this is block 8, well, technically it's not, but where I have it flow over top so that it only goes over the one side, then I think I should be alright. I just have to figure out how to build something that looks a little more exciting than that off the back, just to have it flow off wherever, and probably have a fountain, I guess, a spring of some sort. I thought about building an Archimedes screw, but that looks a little bit weird in Minecraft scale. because the stairs don't usually want to cooperate. Anyway, that's where I'm at. Organic builds are not my friend today. Oh, they're never my friend. But trying to figure it out is something that's not working too well for my head, and I don't quite understand why. Okay, sure. Ow. Has to go out here. Suppose that one can be a stair. Nope, I said a stair. Upright stair. There we go. Nope. Ow. A lot of oof, because I just can't seem to do stairs today. Wow. And overhangs. What the? Okay, so I'm on a slab. I'm on a slab, yes. There. I guess the reality is it's just opposite to what I was already doing, with a couple of little holes poking through. Right? Right. Wrong. Top slab looks really dumb that way. There. Into this one. And one below. How do I get myself on a roof every time? Okay. Yeah, stairs love to push me off the edge. Slabs love to push me off the edge. They're just uncroachables, right? Okay. Roofs are indeed a pain anyways. You're right. Truth is, this one should probably go inverted. So I throw a slab up there. Oh, I don't need that one. Oh, that's not gonna look good anyways. I don't know. Yeah. Roof overhangs are always a pain. Okay. It's closed in, sort of, kind of, maybe. I have a weird little gap down here. Oh, I know why. A weird gap because it's not really a gap, it's just my imagination. It just looks weird from a certain angle. Okay. Alright. So I'm going to try the other side. See if we can at least get it to cover up. And then see which side I like better, unless they happen to turn out the same. Oh, itchy. There we go. What did I miss? I missed this one. Now that doesn't look right. Never does. That way. That way. Oh, this was wrong to begin with. All right. Let's see. Did it differently, and what did I do differently? 2, 3. Didn't give out the extra one on this corner. here. Excellent plan. A drop like that is a very good choice. All right. Overhead. Close enough, right? Close enough for government work? Going to look weird forevermore, but that's just the way it goes. And then being a whatchamacallit, an off-center house, I can't easily do centered windows. Do I have slabs? No, I do not. So we can get a couple of slabs, because I'm pretty sure I have them. And we'll make ourselves some quasi-diamond windows. I don't have them. Okay. Am I really going to want that, though? I have stairs and slabs. I'm going to think it out on the ground. And decide if I like it. So what's going to happen is we end up... Oop, not that one. We end up with a window that starts looking something like this. Because, of course, Mojang in their infinite wisdom does or does not, depending on your point of view, care about wanting to give people things that actually look decent. So I can do that. I can also make it more diamond and just move up this. Well, I can't move the slab up actually because it'll be in the middle of a wall. If I wasn't building on odds through here, then I could actually just take out the center section on all sides and just make it a little square. And more, I'm looking at the shape of the hole, not the framing. This won't be a frame. Okay, so 1, 2, I only need 2 slabs. Brick. Oh, I need some stairs. Kinda important to have stairs. There we go. Oh, rats. Can I get through this wall? Nope. Okay, down the wall. It's actually probably not even worth it for me to figure this out. There we go, through the hole. All right, so it is 5 wide on the outside, but only 3 wide on the inside, which means this won't work. Because this space across the middle ends up being 1, 2, oh, maybe well, 3 wide. Okay, so let's make it right here so that I can actually look out the window. This one, that one, this one. 2, 3. Upright, upright, inverted, inverted. That's a nope. That's a serious nope. Okay, well, let's reverse it and see what happens. gives little slits to work with. So we're just gonna go this way. Oh. Might as well take myself out of here because by the time I figure out how to get the free cam through the wall, it's not worth it. You know something? Strangely enough, that actually works better. I can put a bunch of those all over the place. It looks kind of like I've got more support beams that never actually got in there. It has a face now. Ooh! Nice and shocked. Probably shocked and dismayed. Let's put it on the left side. So if I... Which height did I want? That one? Yeah. Eye level? Oh. Whoops. Because of the way the wall's built, this actually has to go the other direction. There. 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 Alright. I'm not liking the side ones, they're too close in. I need to move them, but otherwise, we're doing okay. It makes sense on the inside, not on the outside. So they're too close, which means it's gotta be over by one. Yep, right up against the wall, right? Yes. Feels like that should, on the inside, that should not be the case, but it is. That one is fine. Better. Better. Okay, sir? Is there... Oh, nope. White dye, pointed dripstone, gunpowder, nothing we need. Okay. Nothing we need. Now the face has ears, right?
Yum 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 yum.
Squirrel's pretty hungry, is he? Thank you very much for the Eat Poodle. I appreciate that. We are almost at the top of the hour, so we're going to be starting to raid on out, and I'm actually going to get rid of this guy first. I know I'm killing llamas, but they're still... I'm trained to think they're robots, even though Mojang fixed them. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. Okay. Did you? Huh? Oh, llama head. Okay. I have stuffs. I don't know. That. Sticks are all replaceable. Okay. 2 tags for NBT, so in theory then that should stack with the other one that I've got on the other side. Let's put these away here. We'll put the heads on this side. There. Go clean up my mess. All right. So we've got ourselves a building to go with, and a stone wheel. Yeah, we've got ourselves a building and a wheel to go with. So it's actually a better project than I had originally thought. Maybe, kind of, sort of. Let's do this. 1, 2. Back up top. 3. And yeah, we've... Oops, I have enough space to get things out of my hand? Maybe? Let's hold a stick. Sure, I can hold a stick. So, yeah, we've got ourselves a bit more of a building, so it needs a little bit more work. I can probably show a couple of exterior spots where things are supporting other things from inside, but I think I'm liking this. It definitely needs some moss brick swapped in from the regular stuff, but I'm going to give it a bit of time to figure out where that's going to go. And Poodle, if you get left behind, I do apologize. There will be, anybody who does, there will be a link in the description, or in the chat, for where we end up going off to. But I think that we're going to call it here for today. I will be back on Tuesday. Now this will probably come up as, let's see, this will probably come up as Mountain Time for you guys. It's not great, but it will be 10 a.m.-ish local time. I always aim for the top of the hour, but frequently I've been missing. We're going to aim for that though, and I will see you on Tuesday. Not sure yet whether it'll be Bedrock or Java. We'll see what I can get lined up. But in the meantime, have yourselves a great weekend, and let's see who we can raid up to. Oop, helped if I actually had the... Oh. Okay, we have ourselves, let's go off to... There's some that are so small I even forgot who they were. Okay, I think,
Hello?
Any suggestions? Well, thank you, Zeroed. I do appreciate that. You know, for good conversation, Groove was always great, but I think let's look for somebody who hasn't been live for as long. They might be likely to stick around a bit. Ooh, there's one we haven't raided in a while. So we're going to switch angles a little bit. And I'm trying to decide, would you guys rather see some work on the Halcyon Heights server? Or would you rather be looking at watching someone build on Hardcore Mining and Crafting with Gutty? So we've got Shakespeare Girl or Gutty as my two suggestions right now. You know what? Let's do Shakespeare Girl. I haven't rated them in forever and a day. Oh. Nope. Apologies in advance, we're going to Gutty. Reason for that is just that there's something I had forgotten about Shakespeare Girl. Nothing wrong, just something I had forgotten about that doesn't necessarily click with us as well. So we're going to head over to Gutty today. They're Hardcore Mining and Crafting in a 1.20 world, and come and say hi. We'll see what that means. And raid Gutty. Let's see if we can get that to work. All right.
Mischief managed.
So thank you very much to everybody who came by today. You can see the emotes popping up there. Also, there's the Discord if you guys need it. And feel free to grab what you need out of that. Thank you very much to the new follower Alexa John, and thank you very much as well to Poodle Pirate for clue spending, Fantastic Sherlock Fox for being our moderator, and our chatters Bobreen, Springer, Tiz, Poodle Pirate, as well as Huge Stormy Owl, Alexa John, and Zeroed. So, if you have not been had your name shouted out and we're just hanging and lurking, I always appreciate everybody and I want to say thank you so much for coming by. As I said, I will be back on Tuesday. We'll have something lined up for you. There will be a cancellation at some point next week. I'm hoping to get to our local county fair kind of thing. So I will, it's fairly large, but hoping to get to our event, the Stampede, and that means that there'll be a point at which I do cancel. But I will let you guys know. You can follow me on Twitter and the Discord. I've just tried a new Threads account, so there's nothing there yet, but that will be another place you guys can find me if that takes off. So good to see you guys. Have a great weekend, and bye-bye for now.